Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare Rama, Rama Rama,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare.
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Ma.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Rama, Hare
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 Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama
Ram,
Rama,
Rama. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Rama,
Hare.
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Krishna
Hare
Prabhuji.
Hare.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om
Om
Namo
Namo
Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Vasudevaya.
Nam Namaskritya
Narayanam
Narayan
Namaskritya
Namaskritya
Devanuttamam
Narancheva
Naranchaya
Narottamam
Narottamam
Sarasatim Vyasam
Devim
Devim
Saraswati
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 Vyasam
Vyasam
Vyasam.
Dhire
Tato Jayamudire
Tirai.
Aishavadreshu
Nashta
Nashtapraeshu
Subhadreshu.
Bhadreshu
Yam Bhagavata Sevaya
Nityam
Nityam
Bhagavate
Sevaya
Vyas
Bhagavate
Yutama Shloke
Bhagavati Uttima
Bhagavate
Shloke
Shloke.
Bhakti
Bhakti Naistiki.
Sarvatra Sarvastra Khalitadeshaha
Sarvastra
Sarvatra
Kalitadeshaha.
Sarvesha
Khalitadeshaha
Sarvastra Kiladeshaha.
Khalitadeshaha
Sarvatra Kiladeshaha.
Advaipaka Dandadvik
Saptadvipe Kadandadvik.
Advaipaka Dandadvik
Saptadipe Kadandadvik.
Sarvatra Khalitadeshaha
Sarvatra Kalitadeshaha.
Khalita Adeshaha
Sarvatra
Sarvatra Kalita
Kalitadeshaha.
Desha
Adhe
Saptadipe Kadandadvik.
Anitra Brahmana Kulada
Gocharaha Sutta Gotrataha Saskalita Adeshaha
Sarvatra
Sarvastra
Kalita Desha
Kalitadeshaha.
Adhe
Sabdvike
Saptadipe
Dandadve
Kadandadvik.
Yatra Brahma
Anyatra Brahmana Kulat.
Anyatra गोत्रतः
अन्यराज्यगोत्रतः
स्खलित आदेशः
सर्वत्र खलितादेशः
फलितादेशः
सर्वत्र
खलितादेशः
खलितादेशः सप्तद्वीपे अन्यत्र
अन्यत्र
ब्रह्मकुलादन्य
अच्युत गोत्रतः
राच्युता गोत्रः
स्खलित आदेशः
सर्वत्र
फलितादेशः सप्तदीपेकदण्डधृक् अन्यत्र ब्राह्मणाकुलात् अन्यत्राच्युतगोत्रतः
सर्वत्र स्खलितादेशः सप्तद्वीपैकदण्डधृक् अन्यत्र ब्राह्मणाकुलात् अन्यत्र अच्युतगोत्रतः सर्वत्र स्खलितादेशः सप्तद्वीपैकदण्डधृक् अन्यत्र ब्राह्मणाकुलात् अन्यत्र अच्युतगोत्रतः सर्वत्र स्खलितादेशः सप्तद्वीपैकदण्डधृक् अन्यत्र ब्राह्मणाकुलात् अन्यत्र अच्युतगोत्रतः सर्वत्र स्खलितादेशः सप्तद्वीपैकदण्डधृक् अन्यत्र ब्राह्मणाकुलात् अन्यत्र अच्युतगोत्रतः
सर्वत्र अस्खलिता आदेशः सप्तद्वीपा 7 islands eka one dandadrik the ruler who holds the scepter anyatra except brahmana kula brahmanas and saintly persons anyatra except achyuta gotrataha descendants of the supreme personality of Godhead Vaishnavas. Maharaj Prithu was the unrivaled king and possessed a scepter for ruling all the 7 islands of the surface of the globe. No one could deserve with irrevocable orders but the saintly person, the Brahmanas and the descendants of the Supreme Personality God Vaishnavas. Maharaj Prithu was an unrivaled king and possessed a scepter for ruling all the 7 islands on the surface of the globe. No one could disobey the irrevocable orders but the saintly person, the Brahmanas, and the descendants of Supreme Personality Godhead, the Vaishnavas.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Purport by Sri A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada ki jai. Saptadvipa refers to the 7 great islands of continents on the surface of the globe: Asia, Europe, Africa, North America, South America, Australia and Oceania. In the modern age, people are under the impression that during the Vedic period or the prehistoric ages, America and many other parts of the world had not been discovered, but that is not the fact. Prithu Maharaj ruled over the world many thousands of years before the so-called prehistoric age, and it is clearly mentioned here that in those days not only were all the different parts of the world known, but they were ruled by one king, Maharaja Prithu. The country where Maharaja Prithu resided must have been India because it is stated in the 11th verse of this chapter that he lived in the tract of land between the river Ganges and Yamuna. This tract of land, which is called Brahmavarta, consists of what is known in the modern age as portions of Punjab and northern India. It is clear that the kings of India once ruled all over the world and that their culture was Vedic. The word Askhalita indicates that orders by the king could not be disobeyed by anyone in the entire world. Such orders, however, were never issued to control saintly persons or the descendants of the Supreme Personality of Godhead Vishnu. The Supreme Lord is known as Achyuta, and Lord Krishna is addressed as by Arjuna in Bhagavad Gita. Tenayor ubhayor madhye ratam sthapaya me Achyuta. Achyuta refers to one who does not fall because he is never influenced by the modes of material nature. When a living entity falls down to the material world from his original position, he becomes Chuta, which means that he forgets his relationship with Achyuta. Actually, every living entity is a part and parcel or a son of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. When influenced by the modes of material nature, a living entity forgets this relationship and thinks in terms of different species of life. But when he again comes to his original consciousness, he does not observe such bodily designations. This is indicated in Bhagavad Gita 5.18 by the words Kanditah Samadarshinaha. Material designations create differentiation in terms of caste, color, creed, nationality, etc. Different gotras or family designations are distinctions in terms of the material body, but when one comes to Krishna consciousness, he immediately becomes one of the Achyuta Gotra or descendants of the Supreme Personality of Godhead and thus becomes transcendental to all considerations of caste, creed, color and nationality. Prithu Maharaj had no control over the Brahmana Kula, which refers to the learned scholars in Vedic knowledge, nor over the Vaishnavas who are above the considerations of Vedic knowledge. It is therefore said, Achay Vishnu Shiladhir Gurusho Naramatir Vishnave Jati Buddhir Vishnu Va Vaishnavanam Kalimalak Mathane Padatirte Ambu Buddhihi Shri Vishnu Namni Mantre Sakala Kalushahe Shabda Samanya Buddhir Vishnu Sarveshware Shetat Itara Samadhir Yasya Vanaraki Saha. One who thinks the deity in the temple to be made of wood or stone, who thinks the spiritual master in the disciplic succession as an ordinary man, who thinks the Vaishnava in the Achyuta Gotra to belong to a certain caste or creed, or who thinks of the Charanamrita or Ganges water as ordinary water is taken to be a resident of hell. Padma Purana. From the facts presented in this verse, it appears that people in general should be controlled by a king until they come to the platform of Vaishnavas and Brahmanas who are not under the control of anyone. Brahmana refers to one who knows Brahman or the impersonal feature of the absolute truth, and a Vaishnava is one who serves the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Hare Krishna.
Om Jnanatirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prishnaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namini. Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvisheshaya Shunyavadi Pashanti Deshatarine. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasati Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Sarvatra Skalita Deshaha
Sarvatra Skalita Deshaha
Saptadipeka Dandadhik
Saptadipeka Dandadhik
Anyatra Brahmana Kula
Anyatra Brahmana
Anyatra Achyuta Gotrataha.
Achyuta Gotrataha.
Maharaj Prithu was the unrivaled king and possessed the scepter for ruling all the 7 island surfaces of the globe. No one could disobey his irrevocable orders but the saintly person, the Brahmana, the descendant of the Supreme Personality Godhead, the Vaishnavas. Hare Krishna. So let us take first thing what is discussed here. It talked about that the people thought that America was not known, was discovered by Columbus. है ना? He was coming to India by mistake. He took a wrong direction. He went to America. ढूंढ इंडिया को रहा था. और इंडिया को क्यों ढूंढ रहा था? बहुत पैसा है, लूटने के लिए. But by mistake he went to other direction, and he went landed in America. And when he landed in America, some people don't even know how to wear kapade. Kapade भी नहीं थे, जंगली लोग थे. But whatever it is said, he discovered America. But Prabhupada points so many times in the Shastra and also here that this was already part of the Vedic kingdoms, 7 islands. This is also part. Interesting. And here Prithu Maharaj is long time ago, Prithu Maharaj is ruling. His rule is between the tract of land between Ganga and Yamuna. So he is ruling from India. So times change. So we had a privilege to rule, and somebody else was privileged to. And whole world was following the Vedic culture. And some people have done some work also. One of the works is by studying the languages. Just by studying the language, you can understand Vedic culture all around the world, because all the languages are derived from Sanskrit. Okay. Like Britishers conquered India to give us English language so that we can preach Krishna consciousness all around the world. उसका फायदा है क्या? मेन चीज़ है भक्ति को प्रचार करना था, तो आ जाओ, इंग्लिश इम्प्लीमेंट कर दिया, सब लोग इंग्लिश सीखे, इंग्लिश से दुनिया भर में प्रचार कर सकते, है ना? ऐसा. So anyway, so different. So we know, just like people know English in India, so we know there was a rule of British. So similarly, all around the world, all the languages have words from Sanskrit, so many words. That means there was Sanskrit language for the whole world and India. And also culturally they have found out, the deities, Narasimha deity in different ways in different parts of the world. Sometimes they dig earth to find a deity, Vedic deity in some part of the world. Some parts of the world there, Vedic temples are there, huge temples, even now, like in East Asia. So we know at a particular time Vedic culture was existent there. So that's okay, that's fine. Now we want to actually know if there is some knowledge in the Vedas which can benefit the whole world. Therefore, when Prabhupada landed in America, they asked, why you come to a country? We have another religion. Why you are spreading your religion? Prabhupada said, I have the quickest way to reach God. That is the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's way. And that's a privilege and honor and also the pride for us. Having the quickest way that anybody can become Krishna conscious. Prabhupada used to say there is no mantra as powerful in the world as a Hare Krishna mantra. But people have to practice. If they don't practice, they will not know. Now I'll come to the main topic of today. Today's main topic of rule, above rules. Whom do we think of when we think about somebody above the rules? Okay, anybody who you thought was totally above the rules in the Shastra, and he is who? A personality who was above any rules.
Krishna Prabhuji. Krishna Paramatma Prabhuji. Godhead Supreme.
God is beyond all the rules. Perfect. Natasya karyam karanam cha vidyate. Have no rules. Take it. Okay, then anybody else? Any personality other than that? No rules. He didn't follow any rules of this world. But still he was very respected. His name comes with the Shastra.
Shivji.
Okay, no. Then?
Shivji.
Shivji. Okay, he doesn't have to follow rules of this world. Okay. Avadut. कौन है अवधूत? पहले अवधूत. Nityananda Avadut. He doesn't have to follow any rules. Yes. Huh? Tulsidas, okay. ठीक है निहारिका, ठीक है. Next.
Kumaras.
4
Kumaras.
Why do you say they were above the rules?
Because they were kids and they were pure Brahmanas and pure devotees. They were allowed to travel wherever they wanted to go, Prabhuji.
Okay, no rules. Okay, anybody else? Huh? भाई नए नए नाम है. Gopis did not follow the rules of this world. Okay? So now let us just understand, because in this purport it is said that Brahmanas and Vaishnavas are above the rules. No rules. And the king will not touch them. The king will not control the Brahmanas and the Vaishnavas. His rule doesn't come there. Now today that is not possible because it is not so organized. The laws of the state are for everybody. Correct? The laws of the state for everybody now. You cannot say, we are Brahmanas and Vaishnavas, my dear king. Like we read previously, king cannot tax the Brahmanas. No tax. King will not come. Nowadays they have some rules of exemptions, but complicated. If you make a donation and you write religious, you have to pay tax. It has to be some kind of charity. They don't appreciate religious. Religious means they say, why we should get a tax discount? Let him pay. Why he wants something in return? They give some argument and they don't. So isn't it? In taxing, if that is religious, no tax discount. It is charitable they will give. Government gives exemption for charitable activities, not for religious activities. But actually, we saw that Prithu Maharaj is taxing everybody except the Brahmana. No tax for them. They are outside tax. Correct? Shudra does nothing to get taxed. Brahmana may have, king may give him something, but he doesn't pay tax. You are outside tax system. Temples are outside tax, no tax. Interesting. And not only that, something interesting, no rules. King cannot issue rule. And here also look something supportive. I say the Brahmanas and Vaishnavas are outside the control of the king. But see, we have to be realistic. Even though we see a statement like that, we should not, in certain parts of the world, we have to know certain rules are there. Like in the Gulf countries, you cannot do Nagar Kirtan, सब arrest हो जाओगे. भाई हम तो गल्फ कंट्री हम नगर कीर्तन करेंगे, करो नगर कीर्तन, सबके सबको अरेस्ट करेंगे. So you have to be careful. Just like we preach in Gulf in small groups. We don't have a preaching Krishna's grace, something we do, but not powerful enough to touch the local people. But we touch the Indians. Okay? But we do some work. Correct? We do that. Prabhupada went, he talked to the Muslims there. Srila Prabhupada went. We don't have that power. We talk to among Indians, mostly all around the world, except in Russia. Be care what to do. Why do you unmute yourself? Then now class cannot be interacted. I have to. Okay. So now the question was the rules. So we have to be careful actually. We cannot take this sanction and say that now see we should not be under any rule because it doesn't work out. Now even look at our life now. Let us go to our life. When Srila Prabhupada was asked about these rules, he said no rules means Paramhamsa. So it's not strictly the Brahmana means Brahmana with qualities of a Brahmana. Previously you say Vedic time, there were no rules. But Vedic time, Brahmanas were Brahmanas. They were qualified. In fact, a king sees the Brahmana not exhibiting qualities of Brahmana, he'll punish him. He's an imposter. So Brahmana means you should be a Brahmana. No, Brahmana, thread across. That has no value. Okay? And we can understand, even in the larger perspective we discussed yesterday, the laws of karma, even the laws of karma will not touch a Vaishnava. Correct? Yesterday when it was mentioned that Prithu Maharaj was exhausting his punya karma, the purport Prabhupada said, Vaishnava, laws of karma will not touch. So king is only exhibiting, is a Naradeva. He is controlling on behalf of the Lord. When laws of karma have left somebody, then what is he doing control on them? They are beyond the laws of karma. See, laws of karma needed to reform us, purify. Somebody is already purified, what laws of karma will act on? Agree? So no laws of karma will act on. Okay. So therefore, when Srila Prabhupada was talked about people beyond rules, then the definition there in the Bhagavad Gita. Sita pragnas ka bhasha, samadhi tasya keshava, siddhi kim prabhasheta kim asita vrajeta kim. Arjuna asked a question. Hey Krishna, you're thinking, you can take this meaning also. Krishna, you're telling I'm a Kshatriya, I have to fight, but they don't know. Yada te moha kalilam. Krishna gave the shloka, Yada te moha kalilam. If somebody has gone aside, moha kalilam, from the delusion of Maya, he has crossed over the delusion of Maya, then he has no rules to be followed. Arjuna said, very nice. You're telling me as a Kshatriya I have to fight. Maybe I'm liberated. So what are the symptoms of a Sita Praknasya ka bhasha? How do I recognize a Sita Prakna? So Krishna says, first qualification, Prajahati yada kaman, sarva partha manogata. Prajahati yada kaman. He has given up any anticipation, any hope that he will ever be happy by any kind of sense enjoyment. उसका हृदय में इतना भी इच्छा नहीं है इंद्रिय भोग से कुछ सुख आएगा, उसको ये दर्शन है, वो चित्त प्रज्ञा है। चित्त प्रज्ञा से क्या है? प्रजाति अदा कामा, सारे इंद्रिय भोग उसने रिजेक्ट कर दिए। सर्वपार्थ मनोगता, he knows it's only an hallucination of the mind, एक मन की कल्पना है, इंद्रिय भोग में सुख नहीं है, उसको एक दर्शन है, वो स्थित प्रज्ञा, उस पर कोई रूल नहीं होना चाहिए। लेकिन जो आदमी अभी भी पॉल्यूटेड है, वो पाप कर्म कर सकता है, रूल चाहिए उसके लिए। So we are not above rules. Prabhupada said, artificially you think you are like Nityananda Avaduta, you are beyond rules, then you will actually fall down. Just like you are an Avadut. And you go, there was one disciple of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He used to play dice. I say, Gauranga. He is Avaduta, so he was beyond rules. He can play half dice, but do you say, I am also Paramahamsa? It's very dangerous. Like one of the Anandas, one of so many bogus Anandas, he used to smoke. So somebody asked him, my dear sir, sannyasi Ananda, you are smoking. No, I can do at my stage, you cannot do at your stage. Right? But actually he was no stage, he was also as fallen as a normal man. Now he's playing, he's go to Naraka by doing that, correct? So we will artificially, we think I am beyond rules. Prabhupada said, actually you will fall down to hell. You'll get involved in sinful activity, then go to hell. So this is very important to understand. Because Bhagavad Vidhi, we hear no rules. So why rules? I should not have rules. I want to be free from rules. That's tamoguna. Tamasic man and sattvic man look similar. But there is a wide gulf in their consciousness. They look exactly the same. Tamasic man, suppose the latest movie has come in Bangalore. Tamasic man doesn't go, sattvic man doesn't. Tamasic man doesn't go because he's lazy to. उसको उतना दूर चलना, फिर वहाँ टिकट खरीदना, कौन करेगा, सो जाता है. A sattvic person, why doesn't go? He knows it's a waste of time and money. But both activity was same. No? So therefore, we may be thinking I have come off from rules, but are there still material desires in my heart? Then I should be under the rules. The more strict we are with ourselves, more we regulate ourselves. Just like in ISKCON also. Many big temples and all, so many rules are there. More the rules, more devotees become fixed up. There is a temple in Tirupati, he's my old friend, and he has a system that if somebody comes after the conch is blown, he becomes fire. शंख बजने के बाद कोई आ गया, सीधा रूम में बुला के खड़गड़ कर. But he has his own quality. He gets up at 3 o'clock, 3:30 he goes, waking everybody. Once I was there in the guest house, I saw Haribol, get up, get up, get 3:30 he was making. So he has made that rule. And he says, my devotees are there because these rules are there. No, no, Baba, we are Vaishnavas, we are born, like Mahatma Puri says, Sandhya Vandanam Bhadramastu, all this is not needed. Now I think about Krishna, I get Navanavarasa, so much happiness in thinking about Krishna. I think that is sufficient for me. I don't want all this, you know. Like Shukadeva Goswami, when he was born, his father wanted to do Namakarana and Upanayana. Shukadeva Goswami ran away from that. That doesn't need all that. He's already Mukta Purusha. Okay. So you think I am also Mukta Purusha, we should not imitate. That is the point. Okay. So we are beyond rules. Rules are there. We were hearing the deity worship class. Prabhuji was saying rules, rules and rules. So we have two vidhis actually. Now if we're deriving in that also, we have the Bhagavad Vidhi and we have the Pancharatrika Vidhi. In Bhagavad Vidhi actually there are no rules. Just like you're doing japa, you can do japa on the bed also. You can do japa with fresh clothes or with the clothes which are not fresh. No rules. But Pancharatrika Vidhi has rules. I remember when we came to Mangalore, and at that time what happened was, we didn't have deities. Nobody will come for Mangalarti. We can, on my tablet we can make, we can keep it. Somebody should have rule. But at least we have, it is said, anything, if you keep the data, the result is 3 times. Discipline brings anything 3 times the result. So if we can do that, very nice. Mangalarti will come. There will be some apps, attendance apps we can put. It's a good tab, not being used for anything. Absent, late, we can, because writing, everything we can hide. This also we can use for notice, you know, the trip notice, you know, the 31st notice, you know, it's conveyed to the notice. So anyway, so rules. Rules is part of Pancharatrika. There's a moment we had a deity, everybody is coming for the darshan on time, correct? And then the aartis happen on time. You cannot come for darshan without taking bath. You have to take fresh clothes and come. So the Goswamis, as the design, our package is actually designed by the Goswamis. The Goswamis, as they designed the package of Krishna consciousness, they put both the things together. Bhagavad Vidhi also, Pancharatrika Vidhi also. We do not see Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu establishing temples. He didn't construct temples, you know. But we cannot imitate him. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu used to go for darshan of Jagannath Puri. When Chaitanya Mahaprabhu went to the tour of all over South India, he also went to all the temples. He never neglected any temples. Correct? So it's not that he's neglecting Bhagavad Vidhi, but we see personally he was not building temples and all. But he ordered the Goswamis to build the temples. Correct? Look for the deities where they are, revive whole Vrindavan. So the Pancharatrika Vidhi, the Goswamis, as they designed the package, we see that they put both of them together. Bhagavad Vidhi, Pancharatrika. Therefore you see in Nectar of Devotion they talk about so many offenses in deity worship. Even in the Bhagavatam, Krishna teaches Uddhava, he talks about deity worship. The talk is there, even in the Bhagavatam. So Prabhupada said both the vidhis should go together. Therefore Prabhupada wanted book distribution and temple construction actually to be balanced. Both should go side by side. Then what happens is the devotees are very healthy because they are preaching. You know, we had an opportunity of a miracle. Generally that doesn't happen. When the temple is constructed, generally all the devotees, they go out in the city, they go to all the rich peoples and we canvass for some dakshina, correct, to construct. And in that, generally there is no preaching because you can't preach them. They are so proud. They actually, when we go to meet them, they take bhashan for 1 hour. But to sit and listen that, even though it's all totally nonsensical, we don't get an opportunity for preaching many times. We are silent. And then we bring the money and we build the temple. That is generally that happens. And because devotee didn't have an opportunity for preaching for a long time, they become little weak also. You see. And then when the temple is built, all the devotees leave the temple and go because they reach a target, but spiritual growth was not there because there was only one area. No Bhagavad Gita was going on. The focus was on an area. But if there is a balance, and we are lucky in that because the temple was rather built by preaching. We were taking classes of Bhagavad Gita, taking classes of Bhagavad Gita, that's all the more than 90% money came and the temple was built. Even now the temple maintenance 90% is happening from this only. Devotees are taking classes, devotees are taking classes, devotees are taking classes, some dakshina comes, temple is running. But we have slowly started, Prabhupada wanted every temple to also we meet local important people and they get connected to the temple, we are doing their job. Now, so both the things should go parallelly, Bhagavad Gita and Pancharatrika Vedi. Either of them, if you only have focus on that, that's not good. If you say only on Bhagavad Gita, that I will just read. Some people tell me, I want to one day retire, sit down in a corner and read nicely Prabhupada books. Okay, it's not possible. You have to digest that. To digest that, we need to have practical activity. You cannot just do something. It's not possible. And we have contrasting some people who said, I'll not read, I'll be busy in services all the time. That is also not good. Both of them, Bhagavad Gita, Pancharatrika Vedi go together. At the moment we accept Pancharatrika Vedi in our life, we have rules. Correct? It's like Diksha, so many rules are there. And actually it sets a standard. We have created so many months, 4 months, 6 months, it doesn't end the course, but it goes on. And if I check, I don't know how many have finished. It goes on. So the rules are there, standard, this should be done, this book should be read, this should be done. Rules. Because Diksha is part of Pancharatrika Vedi. Yes, rules can be there. But you tell somebody, chant Hare Krishna, sir, any rules? No rules. Chant. No rules, sir. Sir, I want to read Prabhupada books. Many people ask me. They are used to that. Sometimes people do not know. Just like when ladies go under the period time, they care. Are there any rules for us? No Bhagavad Gita rules. Rules are for Pancharatrika Vedi. Yes. So Bhagavad Gita and Pancharatrika both have to go together. Comparing the two, Bhagavad Gita is more important. Sometimes when you're traveling, it's not possible to have prasadam. Okay, at that time, but don't miss your chanting the names. That you do. But prasadam not there, what? You have some fruits, not possible then. But you cannot have onion, garlic, you have to take some vegetable. But you cannot miss chanting your names. So Bhagavad Gita, Pancharatrika Vedi are both together. But Pancharatrika Vedi means rules. Rules, and rules. So therefore we have now covered certain examples. We say that the people who are liberated, they have no rules anyway. Okay, no rules. But artificially, if you say I have on the platform that there is no rules for me, then Prabhupada says you will follow. Hare Krishna, everybody get this point? So now let us develop. I'll take certain quotation from the scripture and let us go to that. Yes, Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Sri Madhavendra Puri, a great devotee and Acharya in the line of devotee, says, Sandhya Vandana Bhadram Tu Bhavato Bhosnana Tubhyam Namo Bhodeva Pitarascha Tarpana Vidhao Naham Kshama Kshamyatam Yatra Kvapi Nishadhya Yatava Kulottamasya Kamsa Dvishaha Smaram Smaram Agham Harami Tad Alam Manyikim Anyeni. O my prayers 3 times a day, all glory to you. O bathing, I offer my obeisances unto you. O demigods, O forefathers, please excuse me for my incapability to offer you my respects. Now wherever I sit, I can remember the great descendant of the Yadu dynasty, Krishna, the enemy of Kamsa, and therefore I can free myself from all sinful bondage. I think this is sufficient for me. Bhagavad Gita 2.52.
So we also think like that. This is enough. Getting on the Mangalarti, all my obeisances to you. Chanting 16 now, big namaskara to you. Doing Gayatri 3 times a day. Please take some my obeisances. You have to take bath, Hare Krishna. We also like that. But artificially, if you meditate in the stage when you're still, just like somebody says, I don't need medicine now, he's sick, he'll get more sick. Correct? बीमार है दवाई खाओ भाई नहीं दवाई अब मैं हो गया healthy. Yes, when you become healthy you don't need to take medicine, but when you are sick you need to take medicine. But we are not. Are we healthy or not? Look at it here. He says wherever I sit I can think about Krishna. If you come to that platform, yes, no rules. But are we on that platform? No. So artificially we should not do that. We will go down. Okay. Now I'll take you the instance of Avaduta, our Nityananda. Okay, this is not Nityananda, this is from Bhagavad Gita. Yes, Mataji. Let us take this instance.
Bhagavad Gita 2.52. Yadha te muha kalilam buddhe vyavatitarishhyati tada gantasya nirvedam shrotavyasya shrutasya cha. When your intelligence has passed out of the dense forest of delusion, you shall become indifferent to all that has been heard and all that is to be heard.
Krishna is telling Arjuna that, no rules, no rules. If you are free, then nothing to be heard. Nobody should instruct him. No need to give him siksha. He's already liberated. Why are you giving siksha? Therefore, siksha do log ko dene ki zarurat nahi hai. The person who is liberated and person who is mad, no use. Pani, patthar mein pani dal ke kya fayda hai? So two people, no need to tell anything. What? One person liberated. Why are you wasting your time? He's already liberated. Why are you giving him medicine? See, doctor should not give medicine to two people. One who is healthy and one who will not take medicine. Kya fayda hai? Wo barbaad phek dega. Correct? Therefore, they say many colleges are telling me they distribute free medicine. Then I advise them at least take some charge. If you're giving free, they may throw it out. If you put even 1 rupee, then you know whether it is useful. They are serious or not. There was one person who was distributing Bhagavad Gita, a very elderly man. I don't know whether he's there in the class. So there he told us all were his great-grandchildren, grandchildren, all had an occasion, they called him. And by the time he was a devotee, chanted 16 months. So he said, Prabhuji, this is month of Gita Jayanti, now my birthday has come, some 85th or something. So I'll distribute Gita. They all are collecting together to celebrate. So nice. They did not even give a place for him to put a table to distribute Gita when he was selling. And the next day he said, nobody took a single Gita. No, they were not at all happy with what I wanted to do. I said, okay. So anyway, my great-grandchildren, I can give them Gita. No? I said, yes, they are your own children, you can give. And next day wanted to give free. People are taking 4. Ek mere uske liye bhi, uske liye bhi, uske liye bhi. But they will not read. These are all throwing. You have money, you throw. So indifferent to all that is heard and all that is, in fact, Srila Prabhupada was also against it. Nowadays, they may go to school and give free, find excuses to increase book distribution. Book distribution means you have to sell it, not distribute free. That is not distribution. That is, Prabhupada says actually the Christians failed in India because of that. They were giving Bible free. People take free, they throw it at dustbin. No value. Even if say 1 rupee, then if you know he has respect or not for it. Correct? He will walk away. 1 rupee also. 1 rupee because he has no value for it. Then you come to know you have simply wasted. You have thrown your money. You had money, you threw it away. So now, therefore personally I am against it. Okay. When your mind, Krishna continues, then your mind is no longer disturbed by the flowery language of the Vedas. When it remains fixed on trance of self-realization, then you attain the divine consciousness. You attain that you are fixed on the trance of self-realization and not distracted. That army has come. Take it, that's okay. Concreting. So flowery language of the Vedas, Vedas have so many this thing. Oh, you do this tapasya, this homa, you will reach this place. Sometimes from Bhagavatam people collect all that. Somebody wants to know what the Aditi did that sacrifice to the Lord. What this person did that sacrifice. Diti did one tapasya. What tapasya she did, I can also do. So people search from the Shastra, from everywhere, some kind of phala. Flowery words means, if you do this, you can enjoy like this. So people are very much attracted to that. In fact, people go to temples for that. Only get some ashirvada to enjoy. My Lord bless me because I want to enjoy. I have not come to serve you, my Lord. My Lord bless me, I want to serve you. No, I'm not interested in that. Bless me so I enjoy. So because person is not fit in spiritual life, their aspiration in his heart for sense enjoyment. Correct? हृदय में कुछ गिड़गिड़ शांति नहीं है. तो भगवान को ध्यान से समाधि से भगवान का नाम जप नहीं कर सकता. मन में इंद्रिय भोग की लालसा है जो गुड़ गुड़ कर रही है. ठीक है. So when this has stopped, then you are attained to divine consciousness. ठीक है. तदा योगम अवाप्स्यसि achala. Mind is not chala, achala. So immediately Arjuna asks this question, Siddha Pragnasya ka bhasha, Krishna, what is the qualification? Because we are thinking no rules should be on me. So that way you should be Siddha Pragna. There is no rules needed. Siddha Pragnasya ka bhasha. How does he speak? Proper space in the purport. Most important thing is speaking. What does he speak? Samadhi, and what you will speak, what you are hearing, you will speak that only. Most of the people, I see even devotees when they meet, they discuss politics. Because that's what they are reading. If you read Shastra, you will discuss Shastra. Oh, that shloka is so nice. That point is very nice. Today I got a realization, Krishna's creation is so good. So if I look at the creation as something come by an accident, then I don't look at the beauty of this world. But when I look at this creation as a creation of the wonderful my Lord, His super intelligence, then I look at the beauty in this world. Your realization like that, you are sharing. And that's what devotees should do. Bodhyastas paraspara. Not that they sit and discuss politics, who's the next prime minister or the president. It's not supposed to be done. Okay, Vyavarika level, 1 minute, not that will go on for hours on that. So what is the ka bhasha? What does he speak? That means we know what is inside his heart. We don't know what is inside somebody's heart unless he speaks. है ना? जब गधा आवाज करता तब पता चलता है ये गधा है. So we don't know. Samadhistasya keshava siddhi kim prabhasheta kim asita vrajeta kim. Various questions. How does he sit? How does he walk? How does he sleep? How does he walk? How does he talk? Because we need physical symptoms. Arjuna said, oh Krishna, what are the symptoms of one whose consciousness is merged in the transcendental? Because they're talking about the person like that, he doesn't have any rule. Samadhistasya keshava. How does he speak? What is his language? How does he sit and how does he walk? Because king is saying, okay, Shastra says for me, certain people are outside any rules, so these people are outside any rules. Because they are liberated. So then Krishna gives an answer. Shri Bhagavan Vacha Prajahati Katha Kama Sarva Partha Manogata Atmani Evatmana Tushta Sit Pragna Sach Uchate. Okay? He says, when a man gives up all variety desire for sense gratification arise from mental compromise, when his mind, thus purified, finds satisfaction in the self alone. Atmani Evatmana Tushta, fully satisfied in the self. Sita Pragna Sa Uchate. He is a person in pure consciousness. Now Krishna continues. Dukkheshu anudvigna manaha. Whenever there is cause even for suffering, he is not suffering. Sukheshu vigataaspriya. It doesn't delight, so-called enjoyment in it. Vita raga bhaya krodha. Is free from vita, rag, from attachment, bhaya, fear, and anger, krodha. Siddhati muni uchyate. Such a man is siddhati. I was seeing they're talking about some politician, his Sthita Prajna. Don't joke. They're only fixed on how to make money. In the material world, one is unaffected about a good or evil, he may obtain neither praising it, neither despising it, firmly fixed in pure knowledge. Krishna keeps going, and you see beautiful shlokas come after him. This is a very beautiful shloka. Yada samaharate chayam Kurmo angani vasarvashaha indriyani indriyartebhyaha tasya pragna pratishtita. Very good example of this. It's just like a tortoise when he has to go somewhere. Because all the hand, legs and head is inside. He takes it out and it says the direction जहाँ जाना है, आँख खोलता है, पैर हाथ पर निकालता है, उधर पहुँचता है, everything inside. मतलब हमारा मन is only on the service that I am doing. इधर उधर कुछ नहीं भटकता. उसको we say the term is called space dog. किधर है वो? Space dog. He is in spaces. He is not in the service. His mind is in spaces. Vishayāvi nivartante nirahara sadehina rasavarja rasapya. So Krishna keeps continuing on so many this. So this was one area where we can see there is a discussion of Siddhartha. Okay. Narada speaks in Narada Pancharatra, Aradito yadi hari tapasa tataskim, Naradito yadi hari tapasa tataskim. Similar as if somebody is actually absorbed in worship of Krishna, tapasa, what rules for it? And if somebody has not come to the platform of Krishna consciousness, all his following rules, regulations becomes a waste. So like people are very much after, I'll follow that rule, I'll follow that rule. But have you come to proper Krishna consciousness after that? No. What is the use? Simply rules. There is more on Bhagavad Gita on this. Mahatmanastu mam partha devim prakriti mahashita bhajanti ananya manaso gyata bhutadima. So Mahatma actually has no rules to follow. Okay? But what is the qualification of Atma? Devim prakriti mahashita. It's totally under the internal energy of the Lord. O son of Pratap, those who are not deluded, the great souls are under the protection of the divine nature. They are fully engaged in devotional service because they know me as the Supreme Personality of Godhead, original and inexhaustible. Prabhupada says in this verse, the description of Mahatma is clearly given. The first sign of Mahatma is already situated in the divine nature. He is not under the control, no rules, regulation for him, no, not under the control. Material nature itself doesn't touch him. Prakriti doesn't touch him. There are no rules for him actually. Now this is an instance which is from Chaitanya Charitamrita, very interesting. On the rice throat when Nityananda Prabhu touched his body, now a very interesting incident happened. That Chaitanya Mahaprabhu leaves his home, he takes sannyas. And he is now going to Vrindavan. Nityananda Prabhu is very merciful. He thinks about his mother. He thinks about other residents of Navadvip. They cannot take separation from the Lord. Lord was life for them. So Nityananda Prabhu is very much more merciful. So he now arranges a pastime that Lord Chaitanya should be taken to Shantipur, Advaitacharya's house, and everybody can come there, from Mayapur, Navadvip can come there and have spent few more days with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu before he leaves for good as a sannyasi, including his mother. So what he does is that Nityananda Prabhu follows Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He says, I have travelled in my childhood when he was the son of Harai Oja, and he had gone all around India at that time. He said, I know the place, I know the path to Vrindavan. You want to go to Vrindavan? He said, yes, yes, yes. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was in ecstasy. Krishna, 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 Krishna. Hey, he's singing like that, he's in ecstasy, dancing. Nityananda Prabhu also starts dancing with him. He said, I'll take you to Vrindavan, don't worry. The both are going dancing and dancing. And then what happens, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is meeting people, chant Hare Krishna, chant Hare Krishna. Now he's fully on his mission. And people are chanting, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is embracing them, they're in ecstasy, he's in ecstasy. But Nityananda Prabhu tells the people, they're telling the wrong way. When he says, the path to Vrindavan, show him some other way. And he arranges that he is misled. And finally when dancing, a river comes. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu asks, have I reached Yamuna? So Nityananda Prabhu said, yes, you have reached Yamuna. He cheats him. When it is Yamuna, actually they are in Ganges only. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu takes bath and he's in ecstasy and he's offering prayers to Yamuna. At that time, Advaitacharya comes in a boat. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, boat? Advaitacharya has come in boat to give away Vrindavan. He is thinking something is wrong here. So he asks Advaitacharya, is this Vrindavan? So Advaitacharya gives a famous statement. He says, wherever you are, that is Vrindavan. Now Chaitanya Mahaprabhu knows it is wrong. He's looking at Nityananda Prabhu with great anger. But Nityananda Prabhu says, see, my dear sir, you don't have another set of clothes. You have just been dancing. Your clothes are wet now. So let us go to Advaitacharya's house and take some, change the clothes. And you are not eaten for 3 days. I have also not eaten for 3 days. 3 days they were dancing. So he says, okay. So in a boat they both sit and they go to Advaitacharya's house. And when they reach Advaitacharya's house, he has already prepared a feast. Who is Advaitacharya? Shivaji. He has prepared a feast which is unimaginable. Hundreds and hundreds of items is prepared, and a huge mountain of rice. So then he makes Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Nityananda Prabhu sit down. They said, no, Chaitanya Prabhu says, wait a minute. This much, whoever has prepared such an offering to the Lord, I touch his feet on my head. He's feeling very happy, so we should always congratulate who make a nice feast for the Lord. And Chaitanya Prabhu says, so Nityananda Prabhu, Advaitacharya, Chaitanya Prabhu says, see, I cannot eat so much, so congratulate you for making such a nice offering to the Lord. You know, in a leaf, banana leaf, you can give me a little from this. That's enough for me. So Chaitanya Advaitacharya says, I know you are Jagannatha. And Jagannatha, how much he eats every day, we know. How many times? Sit down here. So Chaitanya sits down there. And Nityananda Prabhu also sits down. And a huge mountain is feeding. And Chaitanya was saying, I cannot eat this much. So every time he finishes vegetable, again he fills it, again he fills it. So Chaitanya was crying, I can't eat this much. And here is Nityananda Prabhu, he says, as an Avaduta. He says, 3 days I fasted. I thought today I'll eat it, something. What is this? Even my little stomach is not filled with this. Advaitacharya knows it's Avaduta. So he comments, see, you're a mendicant. You should be happy with whatever is given to you. You should not be demanding so much. Then Nityananda Prabhu takes a little rice from that is what is coming out. He throws at Advaita, kya hai khana hai? You should not throw prasadam. But here is Nityananda Prabhu with the Supreme Personality of Godhead is actually giving him his Maha. We should not imitate. We should not give our prasadam to anybody. He will get sick actually. But a liberated personality, and particularly Nityananda Prabhu, the Navaduta, he behaves in a very different way. He throws some rice. It touches the body of Advaitacharya and he feels purified and he starts dancing in ecstasy. But externally he keeps fighting with Nityananda Prabhu. Kya hai, mera dharma hi nasht kar diya. He speaks, but actually he is enjoying. The Avaduta refers to one who is above all rules and regulation, no rules. Sometimes not observing all the rules and regulations of a sannyasi, Nityananda Prabhu exhibits behavior of a mad Avaduta. There is once, he is on a trip. Who used to arrange the trip of, to, kaun arrange karta? Mayapur se jab Jagannath Puri aate the. Shivananda Sena, very good. So Shivananda Sena used to be in charge of the trip. And Nityananda, somehow he got stuck in the toll booth. He has to pay all the tax. Like now some people, I have called them Dhamma Sevaks. They have to do service like Shivananda Sena. But I don't know whether they are active itself. They are supposed to be everything they should be doing. I see some devotees are filling the gaps, where you are going, where you are landing. You do some service. You get blessed like Shivananda Sena. Anyway, so Nityananda Prabhu gets a little impatient. And then Shivananda, where is Shivananda Sena? Shivananda Sena, third, he gives him a kick in the chest. Avaduta, don't imitate him. Oh, I am also beyond rules. Don't do that. Exhibited behavior of mad Avaduta. He threw the remnant of the food on the ground. Some of these remnants touched the body. Advaitacharya accepted this happily. Okay. Prabhupada. So they are saying, they are asking Yamuna Devi Dasi, what is Dhoot? She doesn't know Avaduta. They are new devotees, America. Prabhupada said, not Dhoot, Avaduta. Paramahamsa stage, the highest stage of perfection. They are not under any rules and regulation, Paramahamsa. How such a person engaged? Prabhupada, that's a long history. You'll find in Bhagavad Gita, Siddha Pragnasya. These are beyond all the rules. So there are many symptoms. On the whole, Avaduta Paramsa is not subject to any rules and regulation. They are so elevated. That is not to be imitated. That is not to be imitated. You cannot go to Paramahamsa Avadusa, ya aap Mangalarti nahi hai. Aap Paramahamsa. Imitate nahi karenge. You should follow rules. That is the post position, very exalted, perfection state, spiritual advance. So because he doesn't have to, he's taking darshan of Krishna all the moment. Why he has to come to your temple? Actually, temples are for neophytes. Abu Paramahamsa doesn't need temple, he's already seeing temple. He's seeing Krishna in his heart. Why he has to go to a temple? Sometimes it is mentioned, temples are not for Abu Paramahamsa. They don't need. But they will also take a fun and enjoy, but they don't need principle. If you want to know the symptom, that is the Bhagavad Gita, that is the list. We read the list. But one thing you can simply know, Paramahamsa is the state which is above all rules and regulations. But Prabhupada says that is not to be imitated. That line don't forget. That's from a conversation. So Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is known Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, it was known to Prakash and Saraswati. He was a great learned scholar in his student life. So he was posing himself as the fool number one. Now when Prakash and Saraswati asked Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, why you don't come and discuss Vedanta with us? You are all just chanting and dancing in public. In public, first thing is Harinama. That's why we say public means bhajan and bhojan. Philosophy comes later. If you start something else early, then people will run away. So he was posing. So in this way, Chaitanya Charitamrita, author of Chaitanya, he is presenting himself. Chaitanya, what he said? Purushe rekita haite munishe lagishta. I am lower than the worm in the stool. Purushe rekita haite munishe lagishta. Lagishta means lower, lowest. Jagai madai haite munise papishta. Jagai madai were taken, they were drunkard. So therefore sinful. So Chaitanya Charitamrita kar. Chaitanya Charitamrita kar. That is Krishnadas Kaviraj. Goswami says, Jagai madai haite munishe papishta. Although this is the way, nobody thinks himself as one who has become very big. And he has his own opinion to give. This is rascaldom. Everyone should think, I am, what is my value? That is really not humble and meek. Nobody should think, I have now learned everything, I can surpass anyone. I am become above rules and regulations, which nobody should think like that. Now I have become Paramahamsa. This is rascaldom. Everyone should always think, I am fool number one. Therefore the endeavor will go on to become perfect. If you think you are perfect, then there is no endeavor for perfection. अब पवित्र हो गया तो पवित्र होने का क्यों जप करेगा क्या मैं हो गया पवित्र but if you are healthy that's okay we stop medicine but when you are sick we should not stop medicine you will get sick now I become perfect Paramahamsa then the spiritual regulative principle will never be followed and you will fall down so Prabhupada says follow rules lecture as we associate then we develop the mind and from the very beginning if you want to become Paramahamsa above rules and regulation that will not help. Another conversation. Okay? So we got some instruction from Srila Prabhupada. Rules. Yes. Hare Krishna everybody. Any questions anybody has? Rules. Any question on Yatra? Anybody has? I saw vigorous registration going on now. Tulu department itself has registered 70 people. Other languages are much bigger. In that department there is only one teacher or two teachers. There are 3 classes. Other departments we have maybe 15 classes, maybe you have total. So try to understand, as many of you are teachers here, it is very good for people to visit Dham, to see the holy place. And also more important to get association and to do little shavadam. So much energy goes into organizing a yatra. So first make decision to yourself come and then once you make a decision to come, tell other people also. And otherwise why like that? In one language, one teacher gets 70 people. Other languages there are 100 teachers. If everybody gets 70, there are 7,000 people. We will do the biggest yatra. I do not know why there is difficulty. At least my class, so everybody is coming in this class, raise your hands. There may be some reason I know, that exams to the children and all. $11 out of 102, 10%, 12. More than 10%. 14%. चलो. Okay, कहीं कम हो गया. 13%. Okay, anybody had any question, any clarification, any other thing? You can tell me. The way actually, because in a temple, very few devotees are able to come. Not everybody can come. Because the reason is temple also has to run. No? We decided at least we need 4 pujaris. Deities are dressed in the night also, in the morning also. We need 4, 5 cooks. So around 10 people are needed here, and that is all our strength. So not everybody can be able to come. Okay, anybody has any question, any clarification?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Avadhuta means who are known as Paramahamsas. Avadhuta means
Same term. Avadhuta.
who are above rules and regulations.
Above rules and Avadhuta means more.
Kashi.
Avadhuta is a Paramahamsa who behaves in a very funny way sometimes, like Nityananda Prabhu.
Yes. Okay. So in this thing Kashi, we have seen so many people applying all over ash all over their bodies and behaving very distinct. I mean, dancing and all that. They are also referred to as Avadhuta, but they are nakli actually. I think so.
They smoke ganja also. You tell them why you're smoking. No, not for you. So now you judge. Bhagavad Gita gives a list of symptoms for Avadhuta. You judge whether they have those symptoms. Yeah. Shiv Kumar bit. Yes.
I have a doubt whether this Advaita Acharya is the incarnation of Lord Mahavishnu or Shivji Prabhu?
Both. It's a combination. Okay.
Yes, Prabhu. In Chaitanya Charitamrita, while reading Chaitanya Charitamrita, this doubt arises, Prabhu.
It's a combination of both. So sometimes one thing is referred, sometimes another thing is referred. But it's a combination of both. Just like Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is a combination, Ramananda Rai is a combination. All this has so many personalities together. Haridas Thakur, all. Prahlad Maharaj and Brahma. Yes, any other question? The week is very difficult to understand.
Sometimes people are attracted for our duties, like something down. One person was the fireball. So and then
Yeah, people at Prabhuji is talking that in Vrindavan there was a devotee of somebody called Pagal Baba, and a whole crowd will go behind her. People are attracted, they like Avadhutas, you know?
Bharat Maharaj Prabhuji was Avadhuta.
Bharat Maharaj
Hare
also
Krishna.
behaving correct like an Avadhuta, very good. Jada Bharata is more like an Avadhuta. When the father is trying to teach him Gayatri, because he doesn't need, he's already on healthy, fully absorbed in the Lord.
Rishabhadev also.
Rishabh
Rishabhadev.
also behave like an Avadhuta, yes, very good.
Kardama Muni Prabhu.
Imlitala, yes, we're going to Vrindavan, we'll cover so many places in Vrindavan. Yeah, then
Kardama Muni also Prabhu.
Kardama Muni, yes, so many devotees, they showed the behavior of an Avadhuta, yes. Okay, we are talking of Vrindavan. Yes, Imlitala is a very important place, a beautiful temple there. That is a part of our itinerary. Okay? But all of you have to be disciplined so that you leave at 6:30. Whoever is late, we will just leave them there. We will most rules and rules. Yatra means rules and rules. Don't think I am going there, no rules, strict rules. You have to get up in the morning and in the evening time when we have katha, most important, no shopping at that time. You want to do little shopping, I think the shopkeepers I'll bring there only. What there? One sari, want to purchase, one. We'll bring them there only. In a lodge. You come and put your items, they will purchase. Everywhere, everywhere we get these things. Maybe 5-10 rupees. Actually, Vrindavan is costly because because of so much rush of people to buy, the demand is high, things become costly. With artificial jewelry, when I purchase other places in Bombay, other places, very cheap, half the rate compared to in Vrindavan. Very. Even dresses, very expensive. Hare Krishna, Ratnangiti Mataji, rules.
Hare.
Yes. Ratnangiti Mataji, any rule? Yeah.
No, Prabhuji, just to say that I am coming to Vrindavan. That's all.
Coming, you have booked a single room. I know that also. I saw your message.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.
Hare
Yes.
Krishna, Prabhuji. Even Sukadeva Goswami also behaved sometimes like that.
Avadut. He ran away from home.
Yes.
Father to do Namakarana. What Namakarana? He wants to do
He ran. Yes.
Sandhya Bhadramastu. He ran away. He doesn't need all those rules. Otherwise, he would have stayed. He's a self-realized soul. He would have stayed if he needed. He doesn't need that. He's Avaduta. Okay, na? Paramahamsa.
Yes. Thank you. Yes.
Yes.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Last year, Aishwarya Mataji during this class told that during the days in which we are covering the yatra, Jayapataka Maharaj safari used to go. So this time also it will collide with our yatra, Jayapataka safari yatra.
No, I do not know.
Okay.
No, I do not know. As far as I know, Guru Maharaj is not traveling. He's staying in Mayapur.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. 26 is the last day, no, Prabhuji, in that way?
What is that?
Hare Krishna.
Yeah.
26 is the last day of the yatra, no, Prabhuji? Not 27, nothing, no?
23, 24, 25, 26. 27th, you can start leaving from morning. Okay.
Oh, yes, Prabhuji. Okay, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Try to take full benefit. We'll get, already we are started inviting senior Vaishnavas who are around Vrindavan that time to come and give their association. And it is so nice to hear from them about Prabhupada, to hear about Krishna Katha. When you have realized statements, it can change whole life. Always when you go yatra, main thing you go for Shravanam. That is even more important than visiting the Tirtha. But what people generally in the same, because many people have started Krishna conscious at the advanced age, they don't change. Same thing they do. उधर भी माथा टेकना है, वो बच गया, तो ताजमहल भी बच गया, वो बच गया, उसके लिए एक्स्ट्रा दिन रख लो ना. What is it? Why? Because so much energy and time goes, so we take full advantage. Okay? Okay, Mullidhar Bhatti, Hare Krishna, you wanted to say something? No. Sureka Mataji.
Prabhuji, I just raised the hand for that I'll be coming there.
Okay.
I didn't raise the hand.
Sureka Mataji.
Both are coming. We both are coming. Prabhuji.
Yeah, fine, yes. Sureka Mataji, you wanted to add something or it was just raised hand for something? Okay, we are coming. Okay, so other people, any difficulty you have, you want to come, but you need some difficulty, let us know. Something we can do. Okay? Hare Krishna, Vancha Kalpata.
Prabhuji, thank you.
Vancha Kalpata Rupascha Kripa Sindhu Evacha Patita.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Pranam, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much.
Hare
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.